Hello there, my Battlefield friends and fans. Welcome back to some more Battlefield 5 beta. Look at that Claymore, or whatever it's called, Bouncing Betty, is kind of not wanting to stay put. And look how you can see the drops on the scope when it rains. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't think they had that in Battlefield 1. And I have a guy right there that has no clue that I was there. Lucky me. So I don't usually play the recon in city maps in a close quarter map like this, because I feel like you just don't know ever what's behind you and around you because there's so much going on. But I ended up spawning as a recon for some reason, and I was like, oh, why not? Let's just see where I go with that. And, you know, I'm probably gonna die soon, and then I can always switch the weapon. And I was like doing really well, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just try to stick with the recon class for the whole match. And I basically just forced myself, because I was like, what's the worst that can really happen? I just die a lot. But you know, die trying and you learn from it, and that's a good thing. So why be afraid? Who cares? So the one thing I've noticed in Battlefield 5, I feel like the sniping is a little bit different than it is in Battlefield 1. Even though in Battlefield 1 I prefer to snipe without a scope, because I just like the SMLE without the scope. It worked really well for me, and I could even take out people really far away without needing a scope. But here I kind of was like, hey, you know what, let's try the scope, because when I tried without it, I didn't do as well as I did with the scope. So I was like, you know, it's maybe time for me to just try to learn to snipe with a scope, which I find a little bit harder than without it, because your field of view is much more narrow. You can only really see what's within the circle of the scope, and not really what's going on around you. But it's all good. We're getting there. We're learning. And you may have noticed that I have some colors on here. For example, when I get a headshot, I have green now, which is really, really helpful. And I adjusted a lot of settings. I found a video on YouTube, and that was really, really helpful to just kind of adjust a lot of those settings. The only thing that I wasn't able to find out is, and I don't think it's possible, to basically make the name red when you get a kill. So now I have just the green, but at least I always know when I get a headshot, and that's extremely helpful. It's actually funny that a lot of people on console don't really make a lot of use of the settings, all the detailed settings and the advanced settings, because we're just not really used that we have to do something like that. And the only thing I've ever really changed in the Battlefield settings is the sensitivity, and then, you know, the stick layout maybe, and that was about it. And I didn't really care about the rest, and it worked fine for me. But in this game, you know, unless they change something, the settings are really, really helpful. And I actually even played around with some of the sensitivity on here again too, because it's so different. There's so many things that are so different from Battlefield 1, and it's really nice that you can actually adjust a lot of things that you probably never even have thought of. So if you're unhappy with how things are, go into the settings and just kind of play around with it. There's a lot of settings that I don't even know exactly what they're doing, what they're there for. So I'm not going to even touch them, because I don't want to screw up the game. But you can find a lot of helpful YouTube videos that tell you kind of like what things are, and what you give you suggestions on what you could change. Look at that guy. Yeah. I'm usually not that good pointing at the head, because when in Battlefield 1, I usually just kind of like shoot in the upper torso, and I always know that I need 2 shots in order to get a kill. But when you're like in a hurry, it's a lot easier to kind of shoot at the torso than at the head, because it's a much bigger target. But I am trying to get a lot better of making sure that I'm actually getting a headshot. Look at that guy. That guy is completely floating. Isn't that weird? Those are some of those things they still need to fix. There's a lot of bugs. But overall, it works actually pretty well. Oh, look at that. I didn't know you can revive as a recon. This is actually the first time I noticed that. That's really cool. You don't have to be a medic to revive. Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. Don't you hate it when you play as a sniper and you find yourself a cozy little spot somewhere where you're sure that the enemy doesn't know, is not unaware that you're there, and all of a sudden your buddies basically spawn on you, make a bunch of noise, scream, jump up and down, and basically give away your position, and then you get shot. Oh my god, I can't stand it. I wish there was a way where you could basically say, don't have anyone spawn on me. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, just throwing out an idea, guys. Well, even though they're not watching my videos, but, well, you never know. So, yeah, that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine, that I just don't want people to spawn on me when I'm in a really, really hidden kind of location and the enemy has no clue I'm there. And I have a really good view of the enemy, and just as I'm taking out some kind of buddy is jumping up and down behind me and I get taken down by a tank or whatnot. But this really has been an issue in all Battlefield games, and could be even in other shooters, but especially when you play more of a tactical game like Battlefield, that becomes very, very important. Look at that guy up there. I was really, really lucky. I didn't think I'm gonna get the guy, but someone else just got me. I have no clue who did, and I'm up here now, so I'm gonna take care of those guys. It would really help if he wasn't dancing in front of me. He left, thank God. Alright, I got one. There's another guy. It's crazy how your reaction time gets slower when you get older. And this guy, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's over there. Oh, there's a guy. Oh man, I should have gotten that guy. I should have totally gotten that guy. Where did he go? I know, he's sneaking up on me. I don't know where he went though. Oh my god, did you see that? That was pretty smart. He totally got me. Kudos to him though, I have to say. That was awesome. I should have been more careful. That's alright though. I mean, again, someone running in front of me while I'm shooting, it makes things really hard. But our match is coming to an end here. It was definitely fun to, for once, play the sniper in this map, because it's actually pretty fun, and I totally recommend it if you love to snipe. It's not as difficult as I was expecting. There are a lot of good spots for snipers to kind of hang out until your buddies are spawning on you, of course, and then you have to move. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and I hope to see you next time. And until then, happy gaming, take care, bye bye.